The rich music scene in Denton has lots of facets: clubs, community events, festivals, and lots of music-related businesses.
And one thing you quickly learn about musicians is they love to make music and they love sharing it with others, on stage and in their own business ventures. That's what Thad Bonduris decided to do 30 years ago when he started Bonduris Music here in Denton.
I basically started teaching as a private teacher, word of mouth, kept students coming in. I got busier than I should have as an individual. I feel like I should have expanded years ago when I was much younger, but I didn't have sort of the feeling that I'd be able to do it. But being forced to move for the last time, I found a perfect spot where I had enough space to integrate the other teachers that I was already starting to hire, have space for rehearsals, and start basically a small school. But I really never wanted to be labeled or thought of as a school of rock or anything like that.
And you've taught quite a few students in your years.
Yes.
Is there anyone that kind of stands out in your mind that maybe some of our viewers may have heard of?
Well, there's probably the most interesting story. The fellow, Mitch Marine, that played drums with Brave Combo for 10 years, after he quit them, he went to play drums with Tripping Daisy, then Smash Mouth, and now he's been Dwight Yoakam's drummer for at least 10 years.
You know, one of the things that we try to help our students at the University of North Texas that are studying music is to understand the business side of it, because they are, you know, studying music, they're excellent musicians, but sometimes the business end doesn't always appear until they're out on the street trying to make a living.
When they go out there teaching, they have to be customer service oriented for the student, and and the student's parents, and even for adult students. You have to keep in mind why they're studying music, and that should shape your curriculum. As far as gigging musicians go, they should know that your best sub is one that shows up and doesn't speak unless spoken to, takes his money and goes home. A permanent member of a band that somebody would want to hire would be somebody that knows and is in touch with the material that they do. Because often that person will not be as good a musician as you are, but you have to kind of get these skills and familiarity to be able to relate to people out there in the workplace.
You know, one of the things that really impresses me about you and your business is you've got quite a bit of diversity here. So you have recording studios, you do lessons, and you're an accomplished musician yourself. When you think about it, if you boil it all down, what is it that gets you most excited? What do you enjoy doing the most in terms of music entrepreneurship?
From the teaching end, I enjoy seeing my students get up there and perform. We have a lot of performances. We get some of the bands that we put together, as well as individual performers getting up there and giving them the experience of performing, because it's an invaluable experience. As far as from the playing end, I like being able to coordinate good big events and get the musicians together and get a good solid product together real fast, and we got the job done, and people loved it. That's to me the most gratifying thing about that.
Well, I know a lot of our viewers are going to be interested in you, and maybe even interested in taking lessons with you. How do they go about doing that?
Well, they go to bondurismusic.com, and we have all the contact information there, but we also have, it shows who our present teachers are, shows our calendar of when our off times, explains about all the rates and how they work, and gives some of the background and some testimonials, as well as lots of photos of students performing and teachers.
As you see the music industry changing and you see how it's evolving, what is out there that entrepreneurs should know about in terms of music?
Really, in this day and age, it's not, I'm going to make music as a living. It's, I'm going to be a professional musician while I'm making my living doing something else. That seems to work the best these days. Back in my day, it was all or nothing, and it's changed a lot. So they have a lot more opportunities these days to get their own music out there and sell it.
And in addition to lessons, Bonduris Music offers performances, events, and summer camps.
And you know, they and the other music entrepreneurs in town all bring something unique to the music scene here. But in all cases, it takes passion, luck, and a lot of hard work.
And a good business plan and some funding. And when it comes to the work of these entrepreneurs, everyone here in Denton gets to enjoy it.
And Tony, on that note, we're going to say goodbye.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Denton Ventures is produced by the University of North Texas Mayborn School of Journalism, the Murphy Center for Entrepreneurship at the University of North Texas, and the City of Denton.